Welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast, the show where two longtime friends put their mainstream pop culture past to the ultimate test, the Nostalgia Test.
Episode 2 in the spooky season. Or what episode? I don't know when we're released. Oh, yeah, this is getting up next week, right?
Oh, yeah. No, this is coming up next week. This is part of our Halloween October spooky season series. And then
Halloween. All right.
Yeah, COVID Halloween.
Hope you got your mask on. Ha ha ha.
Dude, that word mask now has so many different meanings.
That was a really good song in the Fugees album, though. Great.
Yes. Oh, look back at an old episode on the Fugees album. Welcome,
right.
everybody, to another episode of the Nostalgia Test Podcast. I'm Dan Dissinger here in LA, and I'm here with my longtime friend and co-host, Manny Coelho, there in New York. Manny, how you doing? You're looking very serious today.
What's up? I had to get serious for this one, man. I don't know what I watched or listened to. I thought I was gonna have a lot more fun doing this episode. Well, I'm not. I mean, I can't say that this episode won't be fun, but I thought I was gonna enjoy more of what we actually had to, what we actually had to do. But some of it kind of weirded me out. So I can't wait to just get into that because and I actually want to know a little bit more facts about some of these things.
Oh, dude, when I was looking up some facts on some of these songs, and just to let everyone know, today we're talking about, we looked up a list of Halloween songs and music videos, and we picked 5, and we're going to go through a list of 5 Halloween songs, music videos, mainly the music videos, but of course we have to talk about the songs. Should I just tell them which ones we're looking at?
Yeah, let's do the list. Say the list, and then we'll go over it.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about Monster Mash, the Thriller video, Somebody's Watching Me, This Is Halloween, and the theme song to Ghostbusters. Someone, who are you going to call?
So a couple things. We both. Did you watch all the videos?
I just watched them again just now before this. I didn't watch all the Disney ones. I know I sent you a Disney version of the Monster Mash video and a Disney version to Somebody's Watching Me.
All right. First of all, a couple things. I can't wait to rate both of them by saying whether watching this or listening does its justice. But I know what I want to start with. I'm just confused, and some of this stuff is just like, wow, these are songs, huh?
I mean, what I was thinking about is that Christmas has a very specific soundtrack, right? And when we thought about like, all right, we're going to do music or music videos for Halloween, I'm like, all right, yeah. But then I started thinking, I'm like, what are the Halloween songs? And I know there are songs that are then connected to Halloween.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But it's kind of forced.
Yeah.
Like Werewolf in London. Like that got on a list that I saw, and I was like, all right. And then there's a couple other things that come up on a list, and you're like, I guess you could say that's a Halloween song, but I don't think it specifically is Halloween, or maybe the video wasn't really Halloweeny, but they're like, all right, let's make it a Halloween song.
Yeah, I think Bad Moon Rising was on the list. We didn't, Black Magic Woman, I think, was on the list. And I'm like, that's not a Halloween song. I feel like people are just like, it's Halloween time if you're talking about magic, wolves, or, whatever we can't fit in Christmas or Thanksgiving, we're putting here in Halloween. If you got a wolf in your song, we're throwing
it's
it in here.
It's a Halloween song.
Yeah,
it's a spooky season song.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Another word that I learned this week was leaf peeping.
What? That doesn't sound right, dude. I don't know what is that? Are we going to put this in the show notes?
Yes, leaf peeping. And there's another word for foliage season. When you go out and you watch the foliage, there's a word called leaf peeping. And it's a term where if you look it up, it's everywhere. And I was like, Kristen brought it up. I'm like, that's not real. Leaf peeping just sounds weird and creepy.
So
And
this
you're
is
like,
for, I'm thinking, I haven't looked it up, but I think I got it. It's for people who just want to watch trees turn different color or like go watch the
yeah,
foliage.
yeah.
Now, are
Like
they
you go up
watching to
to,
see it turn a different color or are they just
that'll
like,
take a very long time, Dan. It's a
dude,
very
I
long
don't
time
know
to
these things.
watch the color.
This is why I'm not a
You'd
scientist.
have to be retired and you just like wake up every morning and watch, literally sit there and watch every tree change
I don't know
color.
why I said that, dude. We're gonna edit that out of the podcast.
No, yeah, it's like, you go upstate to go look at the different colors. Basically, you're looking at death if you think
Right.
about it. Like, and you're going, how beautiful is it? And like, you're like,
Yeah.
we're celebrating leaves dying.
Yeah.
I actually did some leaf peeping this weekend. It was nice.
Oh,
It was a nice drive. So, but
that's
me
great.
and Kristen said leaf peeping like 100 times just because it just sounds weird. Like, I was like, oh, we're just going to go up and look at the foliage. Instead, you say leaf peeping.
I don't like any of this. You know what I did? Thinking about that, I learned that when I was a kid, I always like jumping in the leaves when my dad make a pile of leaves or whatever, and there's a pile of or there is a pile of leaves, and I jumped in when I was a kid. Then my mom or my dad or both my parents had to ruin that for me and go, "Don't jump in the leaves. There's like cat pee in there." And I'm like, "What?"
Awesome.
So that whole thing is gone now. I don't do anytime well, here in LA, there aren't like you don't rake anything. All that it's just things turn brown and die, or stay green. Now's the hopefully. Actually, today was like 90 degrees. I was walking around yesterday, listening to 311, and, and I was like, wow, yeah, 311. I get it now. It's such good summer music, and I was like, it's October.
Yeah.
But it was hot out here in Los Angeles, so it messes with my head
That is
sometimes.
weird. Your seasons are odd.
Yeah, because I saw you sent the picture and you were in like a winter vest, and I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so good.
We were up in Vermont and, yeah, it was a good time.
Notice
Yeah,
how we
I
don't
was
want
in
to
like,
talk about these songs. Like we don't. I
no,
don't.
we're avoiding, spooky season music section. We could have done movies, ladies and gentlemen, but we wanted to have some variety for you.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
even though we're only going to do like 3 episodes of this,
I
we
think
could
that's
probably do
enough.
a fourth. I think that's enough. I was going to say we could squeeze in Adam's Family. I thought you were going to put on Adam's Family the song
No,
by
that's a.
MC Hammer. They do what they want to do, say what they want to say, live how they want to live, play how they want to
Oh,
play.
I
That's how they want
forgot
to. That's
about that
Adam's
song.
Family.
We might have to talk about that as like an honorable mention if we have time, because I totally forgot about that song. Holy shit! Oh my god! All right. Okay.
All
So
right.
Manny, where do you want to start with this? With this
I think we should
amazing.
start with the first one. It's kind of not really a song that you would play outside of just watching this movie. Is the This Is Halloween song. The song itself obviously is the opening to the movie The Nightmare Before Christmas. Now you could argue that that is a Halloween movie. Some will say that it's a Christmas movie. I really actually do like this movie. I understand why it's on a list of like the top 10. So I think we should start with that one.
So just a little bit about the song. This is Halloween's a song from the 1993 film The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I believe I think this is a Halloween movie. I saw it on Halloween last year, 2 years ago, and they played it during Halloween. So I would say it's a Halloween film. Music and lyrics written by Danny Elfman. In the film, it is performed by the residents of the fictional Halloween town, which is the film's main setting, and introduces the town's Halloween-centered lifestyle. The song is featured in both Hallowishes at the Magic Kingdom and at Disneyland's Halloween Screams. In Callaway Park, it is featured in the Haunted Mansion. It is also used as the background music for the Halloween Town world in the video game Kingdom Hearts. The song is featured in the video game Just Dance 3. So that's just a little bit about This Is Halloween. The Danny Elfman has just a little bit about him, an American composer, singer, songwriter, record producer, and actor. He first became well known as a singer-songwriter for the new wave band Oingo Boingo in the early 1980s and has since garnered international recognition for writing 100 feature film scores, for over 100 feature film scores, as well as compositions for television and stage productions. He's frequently worked with Tim Burton, Sam Raimi, Gus Van Sant, he's done 16 Burton directed films, including Batman, Edward Scissorhands, Alice in Wonderland, Dumbo, which is, I didn't see that one. Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Oz the Great and Powerful, and Van Zant's Academy nominated films, Good Will Hunting and Milk. So,
Damn.
obviously, though, Danny Elfman is obviously the person that could take a song like this and I guess make it memorable.
Yeah.
So, I watched the video, which I guess the video was basically the beginning of the fucking movie.
Yeah. It's the opening. It's like the opening credit.
Right. I mean, it's a great song. It's a great song. The video is the movie, and I love the movie. So for me, like when I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, I want to sit and watch the rest of this movie. So maybe.
Yeah. Like I was thinking. Well, I agree with you all the way. I think I don't even need to test the movie. I already know. Like I don't care what anybody fucking says. The movie's great. It's stop motion. I love stop motion. I feel like that art is crazy. The fact that they had I think it was 60 something heads for his expressions alone on how to talk and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Just for the Skeleton King. That part, I love the video, the song, This is Halloween. It's really just that, right? This is Halloween. There's other things that are going on, but I don't think the song works well outside watching the video. Cause I'm not playing this at a bar. I think about Halloween parties, right? If you put this on, is this an intermission song? It's time to use the bathroom. We're going to stop you from dancing. Or there's other songs on this list that are a lot more, jam.
Yeah.
Facts, where you can sit, you can dance a little bit, move a little bit. This is just kind of you'll get some people that are probably this is Halloween,
yeah,
Halloween, and then you'll get people after 10 seconds, you're like, all right, skip the fucking song.
That was the weird thing. The other songs on this list, like you said, if it's Halloween or Halloween season or spooky season or leaf peeping season, whatever you do during October, that's, whatever.
Pumpkin spice season. There's also known as, what's his name? Han Solo season. Because all the girls start wearing the puffy vests, the winter vests. Anyways.
Dude, what? This is for real?
Bro, type it in.
I don't want to. Oh God. Anyway, I felt like this is a great song for being in the movie.
Yes.
You're right. If this came on and we were at a party, say we were a Halloween party, and someone's like, all right, it's my turn on the aux, right? And they're and they put this on, it's this is Halloween. I'd be like, are we supposed to lay down now or stop moving or march around? It feels weird because it's a funeral march almost. And I'm really worried about if someone is sitting there and they're bopping to it. It's this is Halloween. Yeah. Hear it.
Everybody just started breaking into a musical of death.
Right. It's the weirdest song. Oh, by the way, there's 400 heads for the Jack character. I just looked it up. Over 400 heads.
Really?
Around 400 heads, yeah.
Jesus, I thought it was 60 something. Wow.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Totally off on that.
But I feel it's weird, and it's weird because I'm thinking of this song, and I'm thinking of what we're do on the show, and I'm like, does it pass the nostalgia test
as a song?
As a song and as a video, I guess too, right? We're looking at the videos because I watched.
Well, you said to look at the video, so I'm going to say that this kind of is all a video, really.
Yeah.
Music videos.
Yeah.
Along with the song.
Yeah.
Halloween music video.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to wrap it all together, I would say. But this is a satellite to the whole movie.
That's the thing. This one, you don't you can't dance to this. You're not going to have fun to this. You're getting ready to watch the movie.
Sure. This is an appetizer.
Right. Exactly. Right. And
after I hear this song, if I'm out, I'm gonna be like, fuck, I'm going home to watch this movie. It's a perfect preview or advertising to this movie. You're like,
yeah,
man, it's in my head. I really want to see this. Like after this episode, if I'm like, usually I'm wired and I can't go to sleep for like another hour. I might turn on that movie and just watch it.
You know, again, going back to that party situation, I'm like sitting there going, if I want to like end the party, like,
yeah, this is some good.
I'm putting this on. Like, I'm not putting any of these other songs on. I'm throwing this song on. It's just like they're gonna get these people out of my house.
This is a spooky season way of saying it's closing time.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God.
Oh. It's closing time.
Right. So when around spooky season, it's just like, all right, here we go.
This Halloween.
Everything's in a minor key. It's just like, oh boy, we gotta go. But
they're kicking us out.
Yeah, they're kicking us out because I don't want to be here to know what's gonna happen after this song. But like, even if you put this on, right? Like, I swear, I feel like if you put the videos onto any of these other songs, it's gonna energize people. But like, again, like you put this video on, people are either sitting down to be like, so we're watching this movie, or two, I'm going home to watch this movie.
I felt like let down after like it's just, you know how like the king's about to he comes out of the well.
Oh, I know.
And then it cuts, and I'm like, wait, no, now I want to, I want to see the rest of the scene.
I know. I was like, all right, I just watched all of the minor characters like say
actually
hello.
Like one of their other songs. What's this? When the snowflake comes.
That is one of my favorite songs from that film. I couldn't live in Halloween Town. That was another thing. Like watching the video, I was like, I don't want to live here.
I love Halloween, but I couldn't live in Halloween Town. No.
The other thing is, I was also thinking throughout all of this, like a few of these, I'm going to reference our last episode that we did. Everyone go listen to episode 16, Killer Clowns. I was like, Nightmare Before Christmas already looked better than Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I mean, immediately I was just like, this movie looks great.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. Where like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, I was like, and even the opening song to that, I was like, no. I mean, we could have put that on the list, but I feel like I didn't even like that song.
At least it was a little bit more energizing than this one, though. I think safe to say, I would say that this is a nostalgic song, and it, to me, passes the test because even though, so as a song, it still makes you, it's still good enough to make you want to see the movie.
Yeah, I'm going to agree because I feel like this song, even though the discussion is like, does it pass the nostalgia test or not? But like the discussion we've been having being like, but this is not a song you put on to go to a Halloween party or you get ready.
Yeah, but we didn't. This is not an episode of like.
No, I know.
Jamming Halloween party songs. Like, I'm hosting a party at the Lithology Brewing Company, and I'm gonna put on this song. This is just about top Halloween songs.
Please, dude. Next time you could have an actual party, dude. If you have to do it, you have to like just to see what happens, see what the crowd reaction is. It's just like it's like, all right, here we go. It's like this is Halloween. I bet you people start singing to it. I bet you they're like, oh, this is hilarious. But about like a minute and a half in, they're like, all right, bro.
You have this has to get cut off at some point. Like people start to like look at each other. I mean, that's a lot with a lot of like nostalgic songs. Like you just kind of like, okay, this is cool. You made me think about it, and now I need to move on.
I'm gonna agree. I think This Is Halloween passes. It's not a party song or a party video. Obviously, it's the beginning of the movie. So because it makes you want to watch the movie, I mean, that also lets me know that movie will pass the nostalgia test because I want to watch it right now.
Yeah.
I literally want to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Danny Elfman. I know you've been waiting to hear if your song from Nightmare Before Christmas passed the nostalgia test. Well, guess what, Danny Elfman? It
does. It does.
Let us know.
All right, what is next on this?
Oh, my God. I feel like if we're going to stay on this theme of movie themes, we could do this next one and do the theme from Ghostbusters, which, let me just the theme from Ghostbusters. Which when I looked up all of the info I wanted to look up on it, I was like, holy shit. So the theme
First
from
of all, did
Ghostbusters
you
by
look
Ray
up
Parker
the?
Jr.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Okay,
No, a hell, dude, bro. I had,
you went on the video too, right? Did you see all the cameos that came up on that video?
dude, that
Yeah,
video was
it's
out of fucking hand. And the thing was, it's a video. Like it's like, oh, dude. First of all, were you ready for that video? Like, were you like
no.
ready to see what you were watching when you
I
watched Ray Parker Jr.'s Who Are You Gonna Call Ghostbusters music video?
No, I actually was not. I thought, first of all, I thought it was just gonna be like the like outtakes of Ghostbusters, which was in there,
Yes.
but I didn't realize there was like an actual '80s like video going on. Like you could have taken out the cuts of like all the different Ghostbusters things that are going on,
Yeah.
and just watched what the hell '80s video we were watching, and
Yeah.
it would still have been classic. I mean, neon everywhere,
Holy shit.
and you're not sure at first he's a ghost, and then he's
Yeah.
chasing after this woman the whole time.
Which
Like
was really weird.
weird. It got weird. At first it wasn't weird, and then it got weird, and then they were fine. But there
Yeah.
was a moment that was a little weird.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like, what's happening here? It was like, you remember, you ever watch that movie Ghost Dad?
Yes, I did.
Why did she walk in that house in the beginning of the video?
First
Two,
of all, it's not even a house. It's the Ghostbusters. Like,
is it?
yeah, it's the Ghostbusters.
Well, they got the
Apartment.
inside all wrong. Because
Yeah, this artistic embodiment of that. Yeah, like I mean, that's what it looks like. The bottom part. Well, actually, you know what? I could be. Yeah, I'm totally wrong. It kind of looked like that real quick, but it's not. It's just a house, like with. Yeah. Why would you walk into that place? Yeah.
no idea that no one should walk in that house. And the funniest thing was the neon, the amount of neon in this video was just astounding. Like I'm watching it right now, right? Like she's walking into a house that looks like it's okay. First of all, this house is underneath a highway, okay?
Yeah.
And it's the only house underneath this highway. And then like she just
It's like the Fight Club house.
oh my god, dude, you're right. It's kind of like the Fight Club house.
It's like the Fight Club house.
Yeah, she
But
walks in
inside it's all neon.
and she's really not that disturbed. Like she walks in, she's like, "Oh, this is kind of weird. I like this." And then she's like kind of walking around, and people pop up from behind the couch, and he comes out like snapping his fingers. This is the best part because he he just walks out of a wall, and he's just like, "Yeah, what's
Yeah.
up?" Like,
But he's also like half faded. So he's a ghost and he points at the phone and it starts to walk over, like it starts to float over and she gets all like startled a little bit.
yeah. Oh, she kind
But
of
dude, it
walks
goes,
towards it.
yeah, but it goes right into Ghostbuster. You know,
Yeah,
those two women, the two ghosts that pop up behind the couch,
yeah.
like it just comes, it's like, all right, we're a theme song. Like this dude wrote a theme song.
Oh, no, this dude did write a theme song, and actually, just a little bit about that. Like, I mean, first of
Yeah,
all,
what are the facts on this?
okay,
Because
let me
I
just
also
say,
want to know all the cameos
yeah, we're gonna have to,
in the window.
I need a list of that.
There's a
So,
list.
just to tell you, like, Ray Parker Jr. is an American music singer, songwriter, record producer, and actor. As a solo performer, he wrote and performed the theme song to the 1984 movie Ghostbusters. He also performed with his band Radio and with Barry White. First of all, he has an amazing bio. Just to let you know, he performed and co-wrote songs with Marvin Gaye, the Spinners. He was a guest guitarist on Stevie Wonder's funk song "Maybe Your Baby." He is also, like I said, played with Barry White. He also wrote songs and did session work with the Carpenters, Shaka Khan, the Supremes, Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, Bill Withers, Michael Henderson. I mean, the Temptations, Gladys Knight and the Pips. This guy has had probably one of the most amazing careers in music. and he's still performing right now. Like he's still
Is he?
performing. Oh fuck yeah, dude,
And
he's
he's
still
still getting
alive.
paid. And he's
Well,
still getting paid. Because I hope he's getting paid every time this song is played on the
so
radio.
okay, Ghostbusters was at a number one for 3 weeks on Billboard's Hot 100 chart,
Yes, it was. Fuck
which
yes, it was.
baffles my mind. That this song was for 3 weeks a number one hit. For 2 weeks, it was a number one on 2 weeks on its Black Singles chart. The song also nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song, but lost to Stevie Wonder's "I Just Called to Say I Love You" from The Woman in Red. Parker's song secured him a 1984 Grammy Award for Best Pop Instrumental Performance. Other hits from this period called "I Still Can't Get Over Loving You" and "Jamie." Now, there was like some lawsuit. In 1984, Huey Lewis sued Columbia Pictures and Parker, stating that the melody to Ghostbusters infringed on the copyright of the Huey Lewis and the new song "I Want a New Drug," which had been released on their album Sports the previous year. The three parties reached a settlement in '95, which banned them from revealing any information that was not included in a press release they jointly issued at the time. In March 2001, Parker then filed a suit against Lewis for breaching part of the settlement, which prohibited either side from speaking about it publicly.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean,
Huey, Louie, watch your mouth and go back to the future.
yeah, I mean, seriously. I mean, I think that's
Like what,
just,
he couldn't get enough of that? He had to go jump in on the Ghostbusters train?
yeah, right? I
Yeah.
mean, come on now. I mean,
Power of love over here.
According to Parker, he was approached by the film's producers to create a theme song for the film, though he had only had a few days to do so, and the film's title seemed impossible to include in any lyrics. However, when watching television late night, Parker saw a cheap commercial for a local service that reminded him that the film had a similar commercial featured for the fictional business. This inspired him to write the song as a pseudo advertising jingle that the business could have commissioned as a promotion.
That's great.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
great.
oh, and here are
I have the list.
yes, are you looking at this shit?
Dude, that's crazy.
Oh
Danny
god.
DeVito, Chevy Chase, John Candy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
there's a lot more.
George Wendt, Al Franken, Carly Simon, Peter Falk, like Columbo. Like they got Columbo. Like I don't understand that. When I saw that, I was just like, why is Columbo in this video? Like, what did they go? Like, we need Peter Falk. Get him.
Yeah, it was weird why there was cameos. I guess because the movie must have been so good, and the song and the theme song, that it was like everyone just said, like, when you heard it, it was like, who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters, and like people were just like, hey, you want to be in this music video? Like, I don't know who knew who. I wonder if the director knew everybody.
I don't know, dude, because like Ghostbusters has like an also really interesting history because like Bill Murray didn't want to do it. I think it was like, yeah, Harold Ramis. It
Yeah.
was like one of his early films. They were
Was it
trying to.
before or after Caddyshack? Because didn't he do Caddyshack? Harold Ramis did Caddyshack.
I don't
He
know.
directed Caddyshack, I believe.
Yeah, he directed. No, it was after. So Caddyshack was 1980. Ghostbusters was 1984. And
Dude,
I
at the
think,
end they even have the Ghostbusters in the movie, in Times Square with this guy singing Ghostbusters. Bill Murray's dancing on the floor. He's breakdancing. They put him on the
yeah,
floor.
the whole thing baffles me. Like, it was such a weird video. The fact is that like they needed a song. They contacted Ray Parker Jr. He literally had a few days to write this song,
Sure.
and he literally just like pulled it out of the air
I mean, there's not much you need to say, right?
about the song.
When there's something strange in a neighborhood, who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. I mean, it was great.
Oh,
It's catchy as fuck.
holy shit.
Okay.
I would have to say that's the one thing about these fucking Halloween songs, is that they are catchy as hell. Like here it is. If there's something weird and it don't look good, who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. I'm calling. I'm not afraid. Not afraid. Not afraid. Not afraid. No, who you calling now? Calling now. These lyrics are terrifying. Like they're bad. But I think like it's because the movie's so kitschy. I mean, when you think of like even what it is.
Oh, I love it. I'm listening.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. But like as a music video, it's like
First of all, the music video shows you the whole movie.
it does.
Like it's a preview to the movie. If you hadn't seen it, it's like an advertising alone for the movie. It's just a ridiculous '80s movie, or like she's running through a hallway of neon. All of a sudden, I feel like there's a little bit of campiness to it. First of all, why the neon? I don't know.
I am so
But
baffled by the neon. I don't understand it.
it's a weird artistic view. But
Yeah.
either way, I thought it was great. I don't know. I mean, the video itself is just like basically showing you some like Ghostbusters clips, and well, what else are we gonna do? They're like, what are we gonna do? And then he's like singing in front of a neon mic, and he's just like making weird faces. Which I mean, he must have been like, this is ridiculous.
Dude, this video was directed by Ivan Reitman. Ivan Reitman directed Meatballs, Stripes, Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, Twins, Kindergarten Cop, Dave Jr. He also produced or helped produce Animal House, Beethoven, Space Jam, and Private Parts, and probably a bunch of other stuff. But the thing is, like, he directed this Ghostbusters fucking music video.
Yeah, he wanted to make. I mean, what kind of direction do you need for this? I'm not really sure.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like, you have this guy who directed.
They're just.
The actress that was in it, her name is Cindy Harrell. She is an actress. She was known for Falcon Crest, Twilight Zone, Nothing in Common. That's really it. Really, she's probably had some small parts on things. It looks like she stopped acting in 1988, and she was in the Ghostbusters video. And yeah, that's really it. I think I read somewhere that Ray Parker Jr. was like one of the people to like really embrace videos.
Okay.
But I'm still baffled by everything that happened in it. And I'm also confused by the ending, which looks like Bill Murray being forced to do something.
Yeah, they put him on the floor and they try to like spin him.
What are you talking about? He did that. He put himself on the floor because he's like, I'm tired of walking.
Well, they're making him do the line dance, right? Of like, who are you gonna call? I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, it does look like, first of all, the dude has a Ghostbusters t-shirt on.
That was the best when he took his shirt off and it was Ghostbusters, doesn't he?
And everybody's just realizing how big of a hit this thing was. Now, do you think? I mean, this is probably shot while the movie was being shot.
Probably.
Right?
It had
and they're just like, you're going to do this. And Bill Murray's like, are you fucking kidding me?
But Dan Aykroyd looks really happy.
Happy. He's like, I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid.
And then they throw Ernie Hudson in the back, which when we do Ghostbusters, let's say, believe we should do Ghostbusters. There's a huge story and history of what happened to Ernie Hudson's character in that film.
Who, the black guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cut his story pretty short. This is a party song, though. I feel like you could put the Ghostbusters theme on in a bar. You could probably play this video, and I believe people would get excited about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can do anything with this song. This song can be played. It can only be played in Halloween. Like, I'm not going to play this. I mean, I got played in January, but you're going to be like, Ghostbusters. Yeah. It's over.
Yeah.
But it's great. This is definitely a song that you could play at a Halloween party. This is definitely a video that you can put up. People are going to watch it, especially with the cuts of the movie, and everyone's going to sing along.
I'm going to say that the Ghostbusters theme video, it's hard because it's the video too, and everything's wrapped up in it. I don't know. I feel like I enjoyed it, and I think I would tell people to watch it because I'm fully entertained by the idea that there was an actual video of this. There was a real video that then interspliced the movie clips in it, but then was a video.
Dude, the whole thing was nostalgic because you're seeing some actors in there that, some of them aren't even alive anymore.
Yeah.
And they're just as getting into the cheesiness of this song. Like, the song is such a catchy song, and it's gotten through so many, look how many years have passed, and that song's still probably top 3 songs in Halloween songs. I would say.
I wonder if Ray Parker Jr. performs it when he's does a concert.
No, not unless it's like Halloween. There's no way.
Okay, this brings me to a thing. You know that Siberian Orchestra thing, those guys with the Christmas metal band? Okay. So I've actually seen them in concert with my family. And what's funny is they're an actual metal band. And so they have songs that are not Christmassy. So when we
Yeah.
went to see them in Nassau Coliseum, I'm sitting next to like my uncle, my aunt, my dad, my mom, and all of a sudden they played these songs that have nothing to do with Christmas, and I'm like, yeah! And I'm like, holy shit, these guys are a metal band? I thought they were just some like niche Christmas band that like came out of nowhere, and but that no one cared except for me and like a few like 100 people in the audience, and they play like dude. I was just like,
Yeah.
whoa! And then everyone's like, finally they went to and everyone's like, all the people on Long Island are just like, yeah! I was like, come on, guys, like seriously. I was like, all right, it was
That's
hilarious.
funny.
That's kind of what I think of this, but it's still, I don't know. I'm going to put my vote in for it and pass this in the stop. This ridiculous episode. Oh my God.
So it passes the nostalgia test.
I think it does because like,
I definitely think the song does. The movie, the video, yeah, it just reminds me of the movie. I mean, it could be in the background. It's fun. But
I think it's entertaining though.
The song is so good that it I would say even if, the video is entertaining, but I would say the song is more entertaining than the video.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing is I would say like at the end of the video.
It helps pass the test.
Yeah, definitely. But I would say the one thing that almost killed the video for me was when they ended it with Chevy Chase. And I was like, boo.
What was that?
Man, he had the
him choking on a cigarette.
Yeah, what was that? It's like, we know that Chevy Chase and Bill Murray don't get along. We know the history.
Apparently they do.
But not the Caddyshack history. So around that time,
I don't know. They've done interviews now, and they were like, "Yeah, it was just kind of like they say we were mad at each other, but they weren't." But I don't know. They're all probably lying too.
Exactly. I mean, how can I trust Bill Murray? He doesn't even own a cell phone. But I mean,
I fucking got it, Dan. I fucking finally got it.
What is this episode?
Good luck fucking editing out me clapping at a fly that's been flying around.
I'm not editing that out, dude. This is it. Like, I'm telling you, I'm moving away from editing. It's just all going to be single track.
All right. So let's regroup here because we were just talking so much about Ghostbusters. Yes, definitely passed the test. Definitely one of the top, I would say my top 3 songs to play on during Halloween.
Yeah. And congratulations, Ray Parker Jr. Again, another amazing artist. Let us know. Hit us up at the nostalgiatest.com. So Ghostbusters passes. So that leaves us with 3 left. And I feel like the 3 that are, well, I don't know, Manny, you choose the next one. Go for it.
I guess I'm going to go with Somebody's Watching.
Okay. Yeah. This is,
got a feeling somebody's watching me. Did you know those are the 2 voices of the Jackson brothers?
So I was having this conversation before this, and that's, I looked it up.
I always thought this was a Michael Jackson song. I did not know that this was not a specific Michael Jackson song. Michael Jackson and, was it Jermaine Jackson?
Yeah, Michael and Jermaine Jackson sang the background vocals on Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about this video.
Holy shit.
First of all, what do you think about the song?
The song, all of these songs are weird just on their own. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how this song fit into an album. I mean, the album must have been creepy, but the song sounds like I don't know, like it's a good song, but I don't know. It's a weird song. I have mixed feelings about it. Like, I like it, but then I'm like, okay, it's like, but I'm always waiting for the Michael Jackson, Jermaine Jackson part. Like, that's the part I love the most. Like, that part, like, I always feel like somebody's watching me. And then in the middle, and I'm like, that part, I can't get into that much. But it's a hard song. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a hard song for me too. I mean, I guess it has like a good beat, and you're just kind of like popping and moving body back and forth. This is how you would. Nobody could see this. This is perfect for a podcast that nobody watches videos for. but I'm bopping my head back and forth, and you could just be like, okay, to me, this is a filler at a party. It's not bad. It's not going to bring it down. And
No,
you'll get some people like, I got a feeling tomorrow's rushing me. And then, it's all right. I
yeah.
don't love it. I don't know if it's my top. It would even be in my top 10. I did not know it was Halloween themed.
I mean,
I don't
the
know,
only
but I don't know how else you would write this. Like, this video is crazy. It's weird.
dude, this video, and then
He's paranoid
also
as fuck.
there's that video, and then there's the Disney version of the video as well, because they do like a sing along thing. They like intersplice all the cartoons, and holy shit, is that video messed up? It's just like you really realize how messed up Disney is. And the one thing I realized about this song is, or the video, that it was so glaringly in my face was when Rockwell was in the shower. The director didn't. Now this video obviously wasn't directed by any sort of like Ivan Reitman or John Landis or anybody. This was directed by like, Joe Smith down the block who like had a video camera. And like he didn't frame the shot enough because you saw that Rockwell was wearing pants or shorts or a towel in the shower. So like you can see the rim, and I'm like, wait a second, he's just in the shower. He's like, I'm always here. He was in the shower for a long time in that video.
Yeah. And
but he was wearing pants.
What's with the Asian writing on the newspaper?
Dude, I thought I was watching the wrong video. I
Me
put
too.
it on and I'm like, why is this a Japanese or this is like an Asian newspaper?
Yeah.
I didn't get that because that's LA. Like when he came out onto the balcony, I'm like, that's LA. That's like kind of where I live. Like
Did they just not have like a newspaper at the time and they grabbed whatever like they had for the setting?
but why that one? I mean,
I
you
don't
could
know.
have had anything. Like you could have picked up any newspaper.
I don't know.
I don't know, but the whole thing was like
And
really
then they had like a crow
disturbing.
flying. There's like a crow flying in the house.
Okay, but not only was there a crow flying, but then also there was a lot of fake crows. There were like also stuffed crows and live crows
I feel like he didn't
flying
even.
around.
I feel like he was like visiting someone's house. Like this wasn't. It's supposed to be his house, but yet he's like paranoid, walking all over his house.
But that's the thing I'm trying to figure out. Like, okay, I put it on. It's like it seems like it's him that picks up the paper. He goes and he's reading it. He's reading that paper, right?
Yeah.
So we can assume that the narrator or the POV person can speak Chinese or that can read Chinese, Japanese, or read this Asian newspaper. So then there's a vase on its side, broken. So it's like you're thinking like, did someone break into this house? But then it's not. It's just someone walking through it.
Or did he break into the house? Or was
There's the
somebody
live bird.
dead? Or was somebody dead in the house?
And is he dead?
And it's a haunted house.
Oh my God, bro. You have to rewind the video to 44 seconds in, 43, 44, 43 seconds in. Rewind the video because I hear you're listening to it. I can hear it. Like, rewind it to 44 seconds and pause it. And you'll see that he's wearing a towel in the shower.
Yeah. I saw that.
What is happening? You have enough money to get Michael Jackson and Jermaine Jackson in this time period to be on this song. You should have some money to like direct this fucking video correctly.
Yes.
Oh my God, dude. That like
but
when I saw
imagine him performing this song. Like he's stuck performing this.
Well, did Rockwell do? I mean, I don't know much about Rockwell. So I mean, again, so Rockwell, Kennedy William Gordy, better known by his stage name Rockwell, is an American former musician and singer-songwriter who signed to Motown. He is best known for his 1984 single "Somebody's Watching Me." Now, were all these songs from 1984, except for Monster except for, I mean, a lot of them are. Anyway. He is the son of Motown founder and CEO Berry Gordy. Okay. So he's the son of the CEO of Motown, of the Motown record company. His father named him Kennedy William after John F. Kennedy and William Smokey Robinson. Okay. Smokey Robinson. To avoid the appearance of nepotism, he secured his record deal without his father's knowledge. Motown actually came up with the name Rockwell, and the young Gordy agreed to the change because he believed he rocked well.
Awesome.
Woo! In 1984, he had his biggest single, Somebody's Watching Me, with childhood friend Michael Jackson singing the chorus lyrics and Jermaine Jackson singing backup. Somebody's Watching Me became a gold certified million selling #2 song in the US, which also peaked at #6 in the UK. It held #1 on Billboard's R&B chart for 5 weeks. Follow-up singles underperformed, with Obscene Phone Caller being Rockwell's only other top 40. It reached #35. Rockwell released 2 more albums before ending his musical career. So he didn't have a long career. That's really it. His half-sister is actress Rhonda Ross Kendrick, the eldest child of Diana Ross. Wow. But he comes from a real prestigious family.
I don't know how I'm kind of, this song doesn't really do it for me. It's weird. This song's another song that I could tell you this. Ghostbusters, I could play the whole time.
Yeah.
At a party.
Yeah.
This song, after 3 of I got a feeling somebody's watching me, I'm over it. It's time to move on after a minute.
Dude, I agree. And not even that, the video is ridiculous. Because at 2 minutes and 35 seconds, you see that there's a woman under the bed. I don't know why.
The house is haunted.
But is it haunted, or are there just people squatting in it?
Dude, they didn't have the budget to make him fade away, just like in the Ghostbusters album.
Well, the Ghostbusters obviously had a lot more budget. I mean, you had Ivan Reitman directing it. You have celebrities like Danny DeVito, John Candy, and everyone in it. I'm giving you the link in the chat here. This is the Disney one.
Okay. You want me to check this out real quick?
Yeah, just check it out real quick, because this is Disney.
Disney's fucked up, man.
Dude, yeah.
Disney has some artists that are fucking crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it already looks disturbing. 10 seconds in, it already looks disturbing. Mickey has no pupils. He's just, looks like he just took a heroic dose of mushrooms, and his pupils just dilated all the way out of his eyes. I feel like in Halloween things, they just want to scare the shit out of Mickey. And I never noticed that Pluto has a bump on his head.
Yeah.
Okay,
who's watching me?
And now he's got a gun. Dude, this is the thing about Disney. They always they go straight to violence very quickly.
Dude, this song's not that bad. I'm thinking, and now I'm rehearing it, the little very electronic.
Oh. And it's another mashup, but does that mean they have that? Okay. That was weird. Again with the gun.
Somebody's watching me.
I remember this from a kid, being a kid, the shoes connected to the shotgun that Mickey had.
Somebody's watching me. So is this is from a movie? Or
so what Disney used to do is these mashups during the holidays. They do these song mashups, and then they would take all their songs. Whoa, did they just throw someone off a bridge?
Yes, they did.
Holy
and somebody's
shit.
hanging. Somebody's also hanging. Wait, you didn't see the scene where there's somebody gets hung through a window?
Oh my
God. See the shadow?
Holy dude, that was really wrong.
It was wrong.
This is for kids.
It's for kids.
Oh my God, what is that guy doing? Okay, obviously, these are from other Disney films or Disney cartoons or whatever. But I'm trying to think, what Disney cartoon do you need that, where, okay, in this scene, we're going to illustrate someone hanging another person?
I don't know.
That shit was fucking violent. Wow.
Dude.
I have to shut this off. Because I'm really creeped out by the whole thing. Holy shit, dude. Okay. I will say that it is more entertaining probably than the real video, but definitely do not think that I want to watch that ever again. Wow.
Woo. Disney mashup. Yeah, well, it says a lot about when you put a song to videos, how you can change the perspective of that video and the feeling of that video. Let's rate this, Dan. How are you going to rate this? Because I kind of like this song and I kind of don't. I don't know.
I'm saying it's nostalgic. It doesn't pass the nostalgia test for me. I don't think that makes it bad. I think that, like, unlike the Ghostbusters theme song, where people are probably going to be like, how can you think the Ghostbusters theme song passes? And I'm going to say, because I will play the Ghostbusters theme song, and listen to it. And I will also listen to This Is Halloween because it's a good song. And even the video to both of those are good. But somebody's watching me. I don't understand the video. I don't know why he's wearing pants or shorts or a towel in the shower. The video is creepy, but way too creepy in a way that, like, it looks like a POV, like, horror film, but also not a horror film as much as like a snuff film. And that creeps me out. And the Disney version doesn't make it any better. And then the song's good, but I think, like, like I said, like you said, like, after a few beats, I'm kind of like, all right, and I'm only looking forward to the Michael Jackson part most of the time. So I'm rating it nostalgic only.
Yeah, I'll agree. I have to agree with that. Nostalgic only. I like the beats. I like Michael Jackson and Jermaine Jackson definitely help out on it.
Oh yeah.
I don't really think about this song at all. The only reason why it was number 5 on the list or something like that, and I was like, all right, let's put it in there.
Yeah.
So this is not a song that I really think about ever.
No, I don't think anyone does.
Some people might. I mean, it was a top single, I guess. It did well. I just think it's like, I'm over it. Didn't do anything for me.
No, and the video is disturbing. And then the end of that video, when the mailman comes up to him, and, like, the shot before is like he's got like a zombie hand or something, and then he hands him mail, and then it stops as he's swinging his other hand around, and then the video ends. Are we to assume that he kills that guy?
Yes.
And everyone just looked drugged. Like, everyone in the video. That woman just is asleep under the bed, like half her body, and the whole thing kind of weirded me out. I didn't like it.
All right. I agree. Moving on.
Man, moving on. I think we finally hit what we need to hit.
Monster Mash.
So we're doing Monster Mash right now.
Yeah, because the last one is the best one, I think. But Monster Mash. Now, let me tell you this. Before we get into the video, because first of all, there's 2 videos I watched.
Yes, you did.
I didn't watch the Disney one.
Oh, how dare
Maybe I should. But I watched the one that they put basically like classic monster videos to it. But
did you watch him singing it live?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I think is the original video. But I'm going to say this.
I'm putting the
Just let's talk about the song.
Go ahead.
I'm going to talk about the song. The song itself, I remember this song since I was like in 2nd grade. Like, this is an old fucking song. And I like the song. I have like a love-hate relationship with this song because, Monster Mash, it's classic, like, Halloween themed, put this song in the Halloween party. I keep going back to, like, being at a Halloween party.
Yeah.
You're playing this song. It's a good, cheesy song to have on.
Yeah.
It's catchy. I don't know if I necessarily like it, but yet I don't hate it. Now.
Yeah.
The fucking video.
Wow.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
This guy's my hero, dude.
In this guy video.
It's my hero. This guy is, when I fucking watched that, I was like, what is happening?
First of all,
he's wearing a suit and tie. And
first of all, he did this recorded.
Yeah.
He didn't, you can't make those faces and sing.
No.
And he did it in front of a live audience.
Right. And they were in costume with Dick Clark.
I'm not even sure what the costume next to the guy.
Dude, what was that? I think that guy was like probably like some serial killer that we don't know about. He got into that. Like, yeah.
I don't know. All I know is Monster Mash was a Bobby
So,
Pickett?
okay. Yeah,
What's
Bobby
this guy's name?
Boris Pickett. The Monster Mash is a 1962 novelty song by Bobby Boris Pickett. The song was released as a single on Gary S. Paxton's Garpax Records label in August 1962, along with the full-length LP called The Original Monster Mash, which contained several other monster-themed tunes. The Monster Mash single was number one on the Billboard Hot 100 chart on October 20th to 27th of that year, just before Halloween. It has been a perennial Halloween favorite ever since. This goes deep, though. Like, I mean, I don't even know how much time we have to talk about how unbelievable all of this shit is with the Monster Mash, and especially with Boris Pickett. But, I mean, he was an aspiring actor who sang with a band called the Cordials at night while going to auditions during the day. One night, while performing with his band, Pickett did a monologue in imitation of horror movie actor Boris Karloff while performing the Diamond's Little Darling. The audience loved it, and fellow band member Lenny Capizzi encouraged Pickett to do more with the Karloff imitation. Pickett and Capizzi composed Monster Mash and recorded it with Gary S. Paxton, pianist Leon Russell, Johnny McRae, Ricky Page, and Terry Berg, credited as the Crypt Kickers. The song was partially inspired by Paxton's early novelty hit Alley Oop, as well as by the mashed potato dance craze of the era. A variation of the mashed potato was danced to Monster Mash, in which the footwork was the same, but Franken-style monster gestures were made with the arms and hands. And it goes on. But I mean, literally 1,000 people covered this song. It is probably one of the most, played songs of, Halloween. And you don't, without the song there, I mean, Halloween without the song doesn't make sense, probably.
No. No. What doesn't really make sense is how he performs. Like, anybody who's listening to us right now, when we're like, the fact that we're both kind of sitting here in silence is because we watched the original performance of this song.
Yeah.
And it is something to be seen.
Yeah, everyone, I'm going to put the link to the performance in the show notes, but he performed it on October 13th, 1964, on the American Bandstand show, and it is quite possibly one of the greatest things I have ever fucking seen. I mean, unbelievable. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you think, Manny, when you saw that? When you saw that for the first time? I mean, come on.
First of all, the still picture of it, you're like, what the fuck am I about to watch, right? If you just see the picture of his face,
yeah,
it's crazy, right? It's crazy because, like, so he gets introduced, and as the camera is going into him, you could see he's distorting his face to turn into like a monster. I'm like, what is he about to do? And I was like, all right, he's only going to do this in the beginning of this song. No, he keeps this on the whole fucking time. Dude, the facial expressions that this man is making, distorting his face like a monster, is crazy. I don't even need to watch any other scary movie. I'll just watch this guy's face. It was crazy.
I'm watching it on mute, and it is the creepiest shit I've ever seen.
He basically does a monster mash of his face.
Yes! He monster mashes his face.
That's what he does.
But it's amazing. Like, the dedication. He doesn't stop. Like, he doesn't get tired.
He's moving his eyebrows. There's pieces of his faces that are moving different. And like, just like with every word. And this is not a song that's like, not full of lyrics. There's so much in it. He talks about Dracula, Wolfman. He talks about every single monster that's there. He talks about what day it is and all this stuff. And he's just going nuts. His face moves constantly.
This is a long song.
It is. It's 4 minutes and 23 seconds if you have the introduction added to it. I think it's like a 3 minute, almost 4 minute song.
There are more lyrics in this song than the Ghostbusters song.
Yeah.
The Ghostbusters song doesn't have many lyrics at all because and I think in a genius way, Ray Parker Jr. knew, how am I supposed to do this song? It's really hard to write a song with the word Ghostbusters in it. So he did it. So he did it the right way. But the Monster Mash is like a whole story. It's like a short story.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah. And the LP is amazing. So the LP for the Monster Mash album is like the Monster Mash. Then like there's a song called Blood Bank Blues, Graveyard Shift, Scully Gully, Wolfbane, Transylvania Twists, Sinister Stomp, Me and My Mummy, Monster Motion, Monster Mash Party, Irresistible Igor, Bella's Bash, Let's Fly Away, and Monsters Holiday. Now, there's a couple other ones in there that I don't know how to pronounce. They made a whole album of it.
Of this whole song? Or, oh, you mean like
A
just like
whole album
about.
of novelty like Monster Mash like songs.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he also did in 1975, Pickett recorded a novelty spoof on Star Trek called Star Trek with Peter Ferrara, again performing some of the various voices which was played on Dr. Demento's radio show for many years. He also performed a duet with Ferrara in 1976 titled King Kong, Your Song, spoofing the movie by the same name that was released that year. So this guy is like the original Weird Al.
Yeah.
I mean, he says here in the 1980s, a musical sequel to the Monster Mash called The Monster Rap was released, which featured Pickett teaching the creature to speak through rapping. Though not nearly as popular as the original Monster Mash, it once again found a reasonable following with the Dr. Demento fan base.
Wow.
And here's the best part. In 2005, Pickett protested inaction on the United States government's part towards global warming by releasing Climate Mash, a new version of it. What is happening?
Dude, you guys have to watch this video. It is phenomenal.
He died in 2007. He was 69 years old. It looked like he had an amazing career.
With just this song?
I mean, I feel like this song pretty much like launched his career. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Yeah, this is why. So, his obituary, it says Bobby Boris Pickett. Oh, New York, AP. He does the Monster Mash no more.
That's.
And then it goes down like his whole career, but it's so stupid. Oh my God. Amazing.
Dude, at the end of the video,
yeah,
his face, he doesn't even look like the same person who's doing the song.
Oh no.
Like, he distorted his face so much that he looks like this peaceful guy. During the whole time, you're like, there's a psychopath singing a song.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy. He looks like a maniac. He really just was so dedicated to all that, to what he was doing.
I didn't realize it was like a spoof because if you watch it on YouTube, it like underneath it is like Abbott and Costello is on there. Like this is like considered like it was a niche. The Monster Mash. It's a graveyard.
I mean, that was the thing. As soon as I started listening to these songs and watching the videos for this episode, I couldn't get this song out of my head.
This song it can never not be in your head during Halloween.
Yeah, no, this is one of those songs because it just is in my head the entire time. Like, and I like was waking up and just like walking around the apartment, and all I kept hearing in my head was like, and I was like, oh no,
the Monster Mash.
Yeah, it just like kept happening.
It's a graveyard smash. The Monster Mash. Yep.
Yeah.
Good song. I mean, like I said, I don't know if I want to say it's a good song. But it's catchy as fuck.
And the thing is, you can't have Halloween without this song. And the video was another level. I mean, even if I compared what I saw in the American Bandstand video to like somebody's watching me, right? I get what's happening on the American Bandstand video. And I even get the Disney like one or whatever. the Rockwell's video for somebody's watching me, I it's just like didn't understand what was happening. It doesn't grab me like the Monster Mash, which is like I can't believe I'm saying these words like that. We're talking about the Monster Mash, a song that like I like just think of like oh little kids like in school, and
Yeah,
it's like oh Halloween, here's some candy, shut up and eat it, and then like here listen to the Monster Mash.
yeah, yeah. This was played for all ages. This is still goes on during a Halloween party.
Oh, 1000%. Imagine like not having this song on. Like people are like play the Monster Mash. It's like the
Oh yeah.
Freebird of Halloween.
Oh, it's
Play Freebird.
it's definitely the free bird of Halloween, bro.
I mean,
That's crazy.
oh, I'm exhausted. This song
So
makes
how
me
would
exhausted.
you rate this?
After seeing the video of him singing it, it really brought it to a whole new level. I mean, that was a performance that has to be studied. That performance should be studied by like singers and actors of all kinds. I mean, it
Yeah,
was unbelievable. I mean, he and then he's just like, yeah, thanks. Like after like he was talking after like Dick Clark came up there to talk to him, which is so weird that they played the Monster Mash on American Bandstand. But but I'm going to say that the Monster Mash for me passes the nostalgia.
passes it.
I think it passes it because one, it's affected my brain, and and I feel like that unlike somebody's watching me, it does a thing that I feel like it knows what it is and it's just out there doing it. Where somebody's watching me is it's like weird, like, and I feel bad saying this because like I know like when I look at the story, Rockwell's story and stuff like that in the Wikipedia and him trying to not get a record deal because his dad owned Motown Records and he tried to do it in a different name. It sounds like though the child of Motown Records recording a song and being friends with Michael Jackson and Jermaine Jackson and getting the song together. That's what it sounds like. It's like, hey guys, I know, like let's just do this. And where like this guy was like a war veteran, apparently, I think, right? And he like has a whole comedy and writing career, and this is like a whole thing for him. Like he created this like whole character. Yeah, he was Pickett served in the United States Army from March 9th, 1956 to 1959, March 13th, 1959. Was stationed in Korea for an unknown period of time. Who? Okay, in whose bio just is like, yeah, he was stationed in Korea. Oh, for how long? An unknown period of time. Okay, so not only was he a part of like one of the lost wars of American history, like one of those wars where you go to school, no one talked about the Korean War. It's just like, God, that kind of happened, but we don't have enough movies about it. So, in the United States, if there wasn't a movie made about that war, no one fucking talks about it. So
Yeah,
like, there was like no platoon of Korean, like no Korean War platoon. But yeah, like unknown period of time. So he could have been there for, God knows how long. So
wow.
I'm saying it passes. I think it's one of those songs that even if you played it and it wasn't Halloween, that I feel like I would enjoy it to a certain extent.
I like it. It's catchy. I used to think I hated this song. It's stuck in my head. So I'm gonna say it passes the test. I mean, it's still here, man. How long has it been here? I mean, it's the top three. It's the top three songs
It's got to be. I mean, it's
of all
definitely,
time.
yeah, of
If this is
Halloween.
not on your Halloween list, then you're not.
Yeah, no,
I'm
it's
so
definitely
delusional
top
right
three.
now.
It's just like, yeah, it's like it's top three. Stairway to Heaven, Monster Mash, and like, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, if you're at a Halloween party or it's Halloween and someone puts on Monster Mash and someone shuts it off, be like, boo, beat that, kick that person out of the party, okay? Because like you
are you
have to play the
listening to
song.
this all the way through?
Yes, and here's why. There's a whole story. Like, do you know what I mean? The
Okay.
lyrics have a story, and it's like,
Okay.
and it knows it's going through the story. Where like somebody's watching me, it's just like again, I just want to hear Michael Jackson sing and Jermaine Jackson sing, and then Rockwell kind of sounds like The Weeknd. Boom,
Anyways,
God, I am exhausted. I cannot believe we
So
took
you're
down
saying it
so much.
passes the test?
I'm saying it passes the test. The Monster Mash passes the test. Steve, I hope you're happy about this, because I don't want to hear you complaining about another music episode that, you were like, I was so pissed. Like, guess what?
Yeah.
Monster Mash
Steve
passes.
also likes apparently when we argue.
Yeah.
We
Spice
get
Girls
along
does
too
not
much.
pass.
We get along too much, and Steve wants us to argue and have hate in
Oh,
the
yeah.
world.
Yeah, he definitely argued so much on that Killer Clowns episode.
Yeah. Fuck you, Steve. All right, next one, last one, which should be on everybody's top list, is Thriller.
Yes.
By MJ.
Now, did you watch the 13-minute version or the 7-minute version of the video?
13-minute version. Because if I am going to sit and watch a Michael Jackson movie, try not to think about some crazy shit with him. I like to watch all his movies. Not movies. I mean, well, yeah, they're movies. Yeah. A music video is basically any Michael Jackson music video that's worth watching is usually a short film.
Oh, yeah.
The guy went all out.
All out.
Okay. The only weird thing that I thought was odd that he had to write, I guess he didn't believe in supernatural and stuff, but he wrote like, due to my strong personal convictions.
Yeah.
I wish to stress that this film is no way endorsed the belief in the occult. Yeah. Which is that belief in the supernatural. Which is funny that he put that in there. I'm like,
well, he was, and I was talking about this with someone before that, and because I didn't know why, but he's a Jehovah's Witness, and because he's a Jehovah's Witness, I guess he needed to put that in there. Because of his belief system.
I didn't realize he was a Jehovah's Witness, so he didn't celebrate his birthday.
Him and Prince.
All right.
Yeah, so that's why. But
we go.
Wow.
Dan?
Yeah.
The 13-minute and 42-second length of this is crazy. Did this come out before Teen Wolf? It probably did.
Oh my God, that's right. Here's the thing. Like, I was supposed to look that up, right? Because
the beginning of it is basically Teen Wolf, right?
So Teen Wolf came out in 1985.
Okay.
So this came out in 1982. Released as a single. Wait, the album released November 30th, 1982. They released this as a single in 1984?
What?
That's crazy. No, that's got to be wrong. I got to look that up. I'm sorry. But, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no, the Thriller album came out in 1982.
Yeah.
And the Thriller music video, 1983. Okay.
All right, so
that makes a little more sense.
Yes, so the song came out before the movie. This is great. Okay, yes. First of all, the fact that you sit here and you basically watch, he's meta beyond meta.
Yes.
He's watching himself and he's enjoying himself play a wolf guy and then ends up being a zombie in this whole thing. Oh, he's Teen Wolf before Teen Wolf is even a movie, right?
Yes. Right, yeah, because Teen Wolf is 1985. Actually, on the Wikipedia page, the reason he got the idea of this movie in early August after seeing his horror film, An American Werewolf in London in 1981, Michael Jackson contacted the director of that, who was John Landis. So, again, another unbelievable director for this music video. At the time, commercial directors did not direct music videos, but Landis was intrigued. He and Jackson conceived a short film shot on 35mm film with the production values of a feature film with a budget of $900,000.
Wow. Just to do a video, a 13-minute video.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, it seems like that. Another thing says it was like budget was $500,000, but I believe it's around somewhere in between $500,000 and $900,000. But still, that's a lot of money for a music video in 1983.
Yes.
Yeah.
What else facts you got here?
Oh my God. I mean,
let's go with the facts because everyone knows this.
Yeah. A 1983 music video made for Michael Jackson's song Thriller, directed by John Landis and written by Landis and Jackson. So they wrote it together. It references numerous horror films and stars Jackson performing a dance routine with the horde of the undead, Ola Ray, who just a little bit of Ola Ray. She is an American model and actress, most notable for her role as the girlfriend of Michael Jackson in the short film Thriller. That's really it. That's all she really did. On the Wikipedia page, it says that's all she really did, other than she did model for Playboy once. She was the Playmate of the Year in June 1980. That's her career. Jackson contacted Landis after seeing his film, and then they paired and did this whole thing. It was filmed at the Palace Theater in downtown Los Angeles, the junction of Union Pacific Avenue and South of Calzona Street in East Los Angeles, and the Angelino Heights neighborhood. So it was filmed all over LA. It was launched to great anticipation and played regularly on MTV. It doubled the sales of the Thriller album, helping it become the best-selling album in history and sold over 1 million copies on VHS, becoming the best-selling videotape at the time. It is credited for transforming music videos into a serious art form, breaking down racial barriers in popular entertainment, popularizing the making of documentary. The success transformed Jackson into a dominant force in global pop culture. The Library of Congress described it as the most famous music video of all time and has been named the greatest video of all time by various publications and reader polls. In 2009, it became the first music video inducted into the National Film Registry as culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant.
Dude, I mean, we were talking about this in the last episode when we did with Jess the music video of like telling a story. This is beyond telling a story. This is like, I mean, he was in the last video with Scream. Like, this guy knew how to make art of all type of art. Like, you know, he first of all, it's a great song. Okay, you can't take away the song. It's a great Halloween song. I love the guy, the narrator that comes in and like is like the deep voice and the telling the story while like all the beat in the background is going on. It's slow and then it's about to catch up and the dancing of it. I mean, and then you got him bringing in one of the best filmmakers to do a music video.
Yes.
But let's make a movie and change. How many costume changes did this guy have?
Yeah.
Hit the Wolfman. They transformed him.
Yeah.
Right? His ears, his hands, whatever. And then you got him in his regular look. But then you put him in a zombie look. Yeah. And then even at the end, the cat eyes. I mean, it was crazy. He must have been up at 3 o'clock in the morning to start doing costume for all this. And he danced in this whole video.
Unbelievable. The narrator's voice, there it is, Vincent Price. He provided the spoken word sequence to the end of Michael Jackson's song Thriller. There's also, you saw that they were watching a Vincent Price or whatever was supposed to be a Vincent Price movie when they walked out of the movie theater, Jackson and Ola. So Vincent Price was an American actor best known for his performances in horror films, although his career spanned other genres, including film noir, drama, mystery, thriller, and comedy. He appeared on stage, television, and radio, and in more than 100 films. So Vincent Price, there you go with him, because he was the narrator on that video.
Dude, it's so good.
I mean, think of the money.
I'm just watching like his like dance moves when he's with her when they're walking right out of the movie theater, and he's like doing a zombie like dance or whatever. It's so good.
I mean, think of the money that went into this. You have John Landis, right? He directed Stripes. He's directed Meatballs. He's directed, unproduced. He was the producer of Animal House and Blues Brothers, the director of Blues Brothers. And then he is an American Werewolf. So right after American Werewolf in London, that's when, he gets a call from Michael Jackson to do this video. They get Vincent Price to do the voice. You have Michael Jackson. You have John Landis. You have Vincent Price. You have unbelievable background dancers. You have a huge set, several shooting locations. I mean, this video was quite possibly one of I think they have it right. It's probably the best music video of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, but this is the thing. Michael Jackson has other videos like the Smooth Criminal. Like, I love the Smooth Criminal video.
Oh, I love that video.
But that's also a movie. You remember the whole movie around that where like there was like this weird drug dealer or something played
Yeah,
by
man.
was it Danny DeVito, the guy from Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I think it was one of those guys. I
Oh
don't know.
shit, I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was some crazy shit that happens with that. I mean, it's like gangster. Yeah, Smooth
And then he
Criminal was
becomes a
crazy.
robot at the end. Like
Yes,
Jackson becomes a robot.
yes,
Dude, that's one of the greatest like music movie videos of all time. He
yeah,
always did this. Like Michael Jackson knew something about the
yeah.
idea of like music videos are going to be huge. And that's the thing now, like music videos aren't like this. Like I feel like they're not these gigantic productions.
Do you think that people have the bandwidth of being able to watch a video like this and being like, after 4 minutes, be like, wait, there's still more?
Well, I mean, and Beyonce came out with that Lemonade album, and right, Lemonade was that visual album.
Yeah,
So it was like a whole video album. She just did another one. So I feel like people have possible like attention span for it.
but did it do well?
Probably it's Beyonce.
But does it do it as well as Michael Jackson did?
I don't know. I have no idea. It's all different now. Think about how like you have to play this on MTV, right? Or you have to buy a videotape of it. I mean, they're saying like it sold how many VHS tapes of this video, right? I mean,
Yeah,
now it's like streaming or it's on YouTube or it's like that. So like you really can't tell like what is even a stream, right? Like even with our podcast, like, you say we go, oh, well, look how many people heard our episode. But really, is that 30 seconds in and done? Does that count or is it all the way through?
true.
So we don't even know. It's not, it's like totally a different world. So you could put something out and then, you have like streaming farms where people just, are paid to stream that shit until like, it's, like a number one. But I think with Thriller, it was just such an unbelievable idea. And when I think of it versus, again, I couldn't stop thinking about Killer Clowns in Outer Space and watching Thriller because I was like, this is so already scarier than anything in Killer Clowns in Outer Space.
And done so well. I mean, just like the choreographing of all of them when they start dancing, they do like the typical like Thriller part,
Yeah.
like dance, and I think they even dance like this in Teen Wolf. If I could remember, I thought that there was a Thriller
This got
part in
the,
Teen Wolf in the gym, and they do like the dance a little
so
bit, and he
one,
does the
yeah,
Thriller dance, I think,
look,
which
but
might be an homage to the fact that this was about a teen that turned into a werewolf.
well, it's not even that. The other thing is in, the Backstreet Boys Everybody video,
You fucking love
they
the Backstreet Boys.
they dance like that too, though. There's like that they do an homage to that as well. So here's the video from Teen Wolf. I don't know. I'm going
Maybe I
to.
just made it up in my head.
It's possible. This movie's insane.
Teen Wolf.
Yeah, what is happening in this film? They're doing like these. It's weird. It's not like an homage to it. Like they're doing this thing where, again, this is not good for a podcast, but they're like dancing and he's like, ah! And then like everyone's just like,
Oh,
blah! And like that's it. It's not like they're doing the Thriller dance because
for some
one,
reason I had it in my
none of
brain
these
that they
assholes can
like.
do that shit.
I had it in my brain that they actually did the full dance. I don't know why.
Dude, do you think Michael J. Fox could like do that dance?
No.
No.
I don't know why I thought that. All right. Well,
Oh my god! But like,
anyways. But dude, the choreographing, the acting, they're in the house all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll just take you home.
I think one of the craziest things about this video, though, if I was thinking about it,
His jacket. Jacket.
I mean, that jacket. I mean, first of all,
I want that jacket.
if you are in the crowd, right? Say like you're watching a movie and someone walked in all red, like all red leather. I mean, something's going down.
You got to be two people to pull that off.
Okay, Name them.
And that's Michael Jackson
Okay.
and Eddie Murphy.
I knew you were going to say Eddie. I was like,
Are the only two people to pull that off. Because yes, he wore it on one of his stand-up.
I think Delirious, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
But those two people, if those two people walk in, you're like, all right.
Makes sense.
This is going to be good.
Yeah.
That guy's not just going to stand in there and be a boring guy. Okay.
No.
You're not walking in with a leather pants and leather jacket and be boring. Like, you can't.
No.
You can't.
You can't be like someone else. Like, it's like, hey, it's like, I couldn't even name another person to make it funny because it's all funny if anyone else had wore that. Or it's just like, beat that person up. Like, what did they do?
Because I'm trying to think about, like, any other person that's famous. No, but you have to be famous to make that work, like, to the fullest.
Okay,
like,
so how
if
about
Chevy Chase walked in.
No. Now?
No. Not now.
Chevy Chase now or National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation Chevy Chase?
Yeah, that Chevy Chase.
Yeah. Still.
Would it work?
It wouldn't even
work?
fit.
Or would it work as, like, he just looks stupid? Like, I look at Michael Jackson, I don't think he looks stupid in it.
No.
I'm just like, it fucking works for him.
Isn't that weird? Like, when I saw him wearing that and he was in the movie theater scene, I was like, yeah. The one thing I was thinking was like, he must be sweating his ass off.
Oh my God.
Wearing leather pants and a leather jacket in a crowded movie theater in the 80s.
It smells like ass everywhere.
That girl's all up on him, and I'm like, get off. Like, go away. I'm sweating.
Yeah. Like, and he's eating popcorn. Now there's butter involved.
Dude, he is the happiest son of a bitch eating that popcorn. He was just so happy. Like, he was smiling, and he was just like, yeah, popcorn. And
he's like, I'm so good.
And he's watching himself on a screen.
Like,
that's the thing. Go. They're watching themselves on a screen.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest part about this movie. They're in the movie theater watching this movie, and it's them on the screen, and she's scared of watching herself. And everyone in the movie theater is just like, not going like, wait a second.
Yeah.
It's that guy, and he's wearing the same goddamn thing, basically, almost. But actually, I was like, oh shit, he's wearing like a mini high school Letterman jacket.
He was wearing a Michael jacket, a Letterman M. I'm like, is this guy, did they make him a Letterman jacket? And he's like, he's so full of himself that he's like, make it an M.
Yeah. But it works. I'm just like, yeah, make it an M.
No, it works. I mean, he graduated from his own school.
Yeah, you're right. Him, Eddie Murphy, and probably the only other person I could do like a full bodysuit of leather in a color that no one else should wear is Prince. Because, again, Prince wore all purple, right? No one else.
But he has ass chaps because, like, he knew he needed to let his shit breathe.
Yeah.
That's what he needed.
Yeah, exactly. But I think, like, when you think of, like, when you said, like, Chevy Chase, I feel like if Chevy Chase put that clothing on, two things would either happen. One, he would spontaneously explode. Like, I think he would just, spontaneously combust. Or because the clothing is just too awesome. Or two, it just wouldn't fit. Like, he'd put it on, it would just look loose. And it just looked like it wouldn't be fitted.
I wonder if my father wore something like this.
Oh my God, dude.
I gotta find out from my mom.
You have to.
Because he used to go to Studio 54. And, I mean, this looks like something you would see at Studio 54.
Again, another place where no one should wear leather.
They didn't just sell two of these. Like, this was an outfit.
Yo, imagine
this is like, shit you wore.
We're only making two of these. We're making one for Eddie Murphy, and we're making one for
Michael Jackson. And Prince, but Prince gets purple.
Oh my God! Please tell me that there's a Wikipedia page for this like whole outfit. Holy shit! Okay.
There's a.
So the red jacket worn by Michael Jackson in Michael Jackson's Thriller in 1983 has been referred to as the Thriller jacket. Designed by Deborah Noodleman Landis. Oh, she was just like, oh my God. Again.
Oh wait, I know who else could have gotten away with this.
She was a Landis. She's like, I guess the wife or the yeah. Anyway, the candy apple red jacket with black stripes was noted for its many zippers, its M logo, and Star Trek-esque angular, rigid shoulder design. The jacket became the hottest outerwear fad of the mid '80s and was widely emulated. Because counterfeit copies of the jacket could sell at over $500, in 1984, Jackson filed a lawsuit in New York City to prevent unauthorized copies of the jacket and his other merchandise. On June 27, 2011, the jacket sold for, holy shit, $1.8 million, the cost
That's
of
insane.
Killer Clowns in Outer Space. The buyer, Lady Gaga, described the jacket as the greatest piece of rock and roll memorabilia in history.
Did she wear it? She must have put it on.
She had to have worn it at least once. I mean,
Oh, that would be gross. You know how many times he probably sweating that in the
oh
costumes that he was
god.
in?
This woman did a lot of awesome stuff. Like, I want to learn more about her. So,
Dude, I could tell you that the other person that could pull
wow.
that off was Tyler Durden.
Yes. Wait, didn't
He
he wear something that was
he
like
wore
that?
a red jacket, but it wasn't. It was. I guess you could call it like a style of that, but no, he did like more of like a racer jacket, like a car
Wow.
racer jacket.
That's right. Dude, so this woman, Deborah Noodleman, I guess not Noodleman, Nadulman. I destroyed her name and I'm really sorry. Landis, she was, the spouse of John Landis. She also created the jacket and fedora for Indiana Jones. The college sweatshirt worn by Bluto Lutarski, John Belushi in Animal House, the red jacket from Thriller. She's also a professor and historian and costume designer, like I said, American author. So she's got an unbelievable career. She's because of her, this video and his whole career is like, I mean, the collaboration of the Landises and Michael Jackson for this is just ridiculous.
Dude, it's crazy. This is a great video.
The one thing which was crazy is like they're walking down the street after they get out of the movie theater and then it's desolate, like immediately.
Sure.
Like, and then they turn around and they're surrounded by zombies. I'm like, how did they not notice that they were coming from all sides of them?
Well, dude, like, dude, every scene, like the graveyard, them coming out of that,
Yes.
the details in every single costume, and just the details in Michael's like face, because
Yes.
it changes while he's dancing. Like they did a lot of different dance moves, and he was wearing like 2 or 3 different faces throughout
That,
the thing.
okay.
It keeps switching.
His faces keep switching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. The one guy, the one zombie that freaked me out when I was a kid and still freaks me out to this day was the guy that opened his mouth and all that goo or blood just came out of it. I
Yeah.
was like, whoa, shit. I was like, that guy. I'm like, that's the guy that every time I saw this video, that like, I was just like, that image was burned in my brain.
Yes.
But his dancing was amazing. And what made me think about this music video, the dancing from the 1980s when it comes to music videos in the early 90s. That there was dancing was really, 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 really important.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
of course.
but it was just really unbelievable dancing. You know what I mean? Like it was just like, it wasn't just like shake my ass dancing. Like this was like dancing. It was amazing to watch. Everyone was
Dude,
like
they
on
put their
point.
heart and soul in this, and they actually like they sold it. Like everything about it. Like they fucking told these people we're gonna dance and we're gonna dance in zombie uniform,
Hmm.
dance like zombies would, but also look professional.
Oh
Like
yeah.
they could have half-assed this thing. They did not. Like
No.
they were dancing like crazy while in costume.
Yeah. Michael Jackson does not half-ass anything. I mean, this video, I mean, this one, the one from the episode 15, and when the playlist,
Scream.
the Scream video from the R&B episode. I mean, you could see that like whenever he was gonna do something that was gonna be big or do anything that had to do with his music or anything, he was putting everything he had into it. There wasn't just like some bullshit video. It was like, and especially this one was just a work of art.
Dude, like they got the people's faces and stuff. Like
Hmm.
I'm watching this right now when they're doing like the choreographed dance where they're going back and forth.
Yeah.
They're selling the face of a zombie, of how a zombie would still look, but yet, and still like dancing. I'm like thinking in my head, like, how many times they had to learn this choreograph and then they had to act as well. Like, this is a great dance crew. Everything about it was great.
Unbelievable.
I don't know how much more I can say how great this was.
Like, listen to this. Like, Jackson created the zombie dance with choreographer Michael Peters, who had choreographed the Beat It video, which is another great video. Jackson said his first concern was to create a zombie dance that did not seem comical. He and Peters imagined how the zombies would move by making faces in the mirror, incorporating jazzy moves, and not too much ballet or whatever.
Yeah.
This was the first time Jackson had interacted with a woman in a video, which Landis described as a breakthrough. Jennifer Beals turned down an offer to play the girlfriend.
The first time that he interacted with a woman?
In a music video.
Oh, wow.
Yes. That's amazing. Jennifer Beals was supposed to be the girlfriend and she turned it down. This was like so big. Entertainment figures including Marlon Brando, Fred Astaire, Rock Hudson, and Jackie Kennedy Onassis visited the set of this video. Wow.
Of course they did.
This is unbelievable.
This is all for one song.
The Thriller was shown to a private audience at the Crest Theater in Los Angeles. In attendance, celebrities including Diana Ross, Warren Beatty, Prince, and Eddie Murphy. Oh my God. Jackson stayed in the projection booth, declining Ray's invitation to join the audience. The audience gave the film a standing ovation. At Murphy's insistence, the film was played again. Wow.
That's funny. Yeah, man, I'm sure. I mean, this is mind blowing. Back in the day, imagine all the videos that were kind of out there, and then you get this, and you're like, dude, you just changed the game. You just changed it and destroyed it. And how do you even compete against something like this? And you can't. I mean, how many people have tried and they've never come close to this video? Like, this video is still considered the best video of all time.
Yo, first of all, yes. And it just gets even better. I mean, the video debuted, and then all of a sudden, Showtime also aired the video 6 times in February. Within months, the cassette tape sold 1 million copies, making it the best-selling video release at that point. To make the film eligible for an Academy Award, which required theatrical screenings, Landis arranged for the film to play before screenings of Fantasia at a Los Angeles cinema, though it wasn't nominated.
Wow.
Dude, and then, I'm sorry, but it gets even okay. Jackson was sued by Landis in a dispute over royalties for the video. Landis claims that he is owed 4 years worth of royalties. Ola Ray has also complained about difficulties collecting royalties. At first, Ray blamed Jackson, but then she apologized in '97. She did sue him, but he ended up passing away, and then eventually the Jackson Family Trust settled. But I mean, the thing is this. I mean, Landis, that kind of like puts a sour note on it because it's like he came to him. Like Jackson came to Landis to do this. Like if it wasn't for him, like, he wouldn't have been part of this amazing thing. And like,
yeah, but at the same time, business is business. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Woo. So obviously this one doesn't pass the nostalgia test.
Oh, it's fucking terrible, man. Never play this song again. I mean, some would argue never to play his songs, but
this song,
I don't know how to answer all that.
I think this video and this song will transcend time forever. I don't think ever that this thing is unquestionably passes the test, and it's quite possibly one of the greatest Halloween songs. But I think even outside of Halloween, I think the song can be played no matter.
Oh, this song can be played throughout the year.
Yeah.
I mean, it obviously gets played more during Halloween, but I've heard this song just played.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially this video can't really.
Yeah.
Can't compete.
I mean, would you play this song during Christmas? It'll be amazing.
I don't know.
Right after Mariah Carey's song, we just like throw this song on.
Just throw it on. You know what? I'm gonna try it and see what people say. Like, meh.
Yeah, see what they say. Just be like, what? Or and then just go, all right, I'm sorry, sorry, and then you just put on "This Is Halloween."
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
Oh,
Halloween.
yeah,
Halloween.
Halloween.
All right.
All right,
So that's
well,
that. Let's end this. What would you? So out of the five, how would you rate them?
oh my God, I think we rate them.
Like
I think
from
for me,
5 to 1.
so this is how I rate it. Somebody's watching me number five. I feel like this is where it's hard. The figure out which ones are three and four for me between This Is Halloween and Ghostbusters. Because it's like I don't know, I'm gonna go with my gut. This Is Halloween number four, Ghostbusters number three, Monster Mash number two, Thriller number one. That's how I would rate it.
That's how you would rate it.
Yeah.
So I was going to say that exact one, but I'll have to say, somebody's watching me. This is Halloween, Monster Mash, Ghostbusters, Thriller.
Interesting. Okay.
And if I had a choice to take one of them off the list altogether, it would be number 5.
Somebody's watching me.
I wouldn't even want. I would probably keep them maybe in the top 10. I don't know. I actually don't really like that song at all.
Yeah.
Maybe the top like 25 of
Yeah.
of Halloween time.
If there are
But
25 Halloween time songs.
there are.
It's really weird.
There's a list, but it's like forced. Like
Yeah.
Here Comes the Rain Again by Eurythmics. Like
that doesn't make sense.
Why is that a Halloween song?
Yeah, I don't know why that's a Halloween song. I mean, when you think of
it's about rain.
That's the problem. I feel like when you think of like Christmas songs, it's like super easy, right? But it's like Superstition by Stevie Wonder is a Halloween song. There's like Highway to Hell, I guess is a Halloween song. Don't Fear the Reaper
Okay.
by Blue Oyster Cult. Wolves of London by Warren Zevon. I mean, I get it, but like you're right.
I think a lot of it is just like forced. It's not like Halloween songs. Like when I think about Christmas songs, I think about like holiday songs, like songs that you hear only on that holiday. Those
Right.
there's songs that you're mentioning sometimes get played like all the time.
Yo, they put "Creep" by Radiohead as a Halloween song.
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
Highway to Hell.
Yeah, Demons by Imagine Dragons. Like, why? I mean, I think that you're right. Maybe like all of Alice Cooper could be a Halloween, but I don't think like a lot of these things are actually Halloween songs. Zombie by the Cranberries, just because it's the word zombie, does not make it a Halloween song.
No.
It's like the furthest thing from a Halloween song. You know,
But I will say Addams Family by MC Hammer.
Oh shit, yeah. You know, yeah. I mean, if that was on the list, it would have to like it would knock somebody's watching me right off the list. I think it would
off the list, man. What was that? That was the song, and I don't even want to watch it. I don't even want to, listen to it. I mean,
you don't want to give it a leaf. You don't want to give it a leaf peep.
I don't, because I just want to remember it as being. It was for Addams Family 2. Do 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 do. Okay, so we open up with MC Hammer. Oh, Wednesday's there. Christina Ricci was in this.
Well, of course, if it's going to be
say what they want to
say,
live how they want to play, how they want to play, dance how they want to dance, do have to dance. Addams Family. I want to say what they want to say, live how they want to live, play how they want to play, dance how they want to dance. Addams Family. You know what this was?
This is terrible.
This was MC Hammer's Ninja Rap.
Yeah.
It was the sequel to a very popular movie.
But I'm not putting this on here. I mean, I will just to knock somebody's watching me out, but I think that.
Oh no, I'm changing this song after a minute.
Oh my god, Manny, I'm exhausted. This one exhausted me. I don't know why.
Yeah, I gotta say, I definitely want to do another movie next episode because the songs are just not. Halloween songs are.
The one thing that I think I've learned from this episode, you're right. Halloween songs are dumb.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, the top three are great, but still, there's like few and far between, and very nichey and not as great as, in my opinion, holiday songs. Yeah, I can't wait to do another movie.
Thank you for listening. We'd love to hear what are your favorite Halloween songs? What do you think of these? If you have any. Yeah, if you have any. And if you have Halloween songs that aren't on our top 5 and they're like, I would love to hear your argument of like why it's a Halloween song. Yeah. But I think the one thing that I learned from this episode, we learned, was like, what makes a Halloween song a Halloween song? I feel like with Monster Mash, very easy. Thriller, very easy. Ghostbusters, this is Halloween only because it's a movie about Halloween. If that movie didn't exist, there's not, that song doesn't make, no one's like, let's write a song called This Is Halloween. No one's trying to write the next great Halloween song.
And like, these guys go on too long for one topic. That's a ridiculous topic. We were so tired at one point of how exhausting. It was almost like we were trying to fight on how good some of these songs aren't.
They're great. They're my favorite songs.
Fuck you, Steve. Steve, put this on your playlist. Jam out to Ghostbusters.
But everybody, thanks for listening. Like I said, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Join our mailing list and find out when the episodes, when the next episode's coming out, and do that all on our website at thenostalgiatest.com. Suggest a test as well. We'd love to hear your ideas for upcoming episodes, and let us know. If you do that, so maybe we can shout you out in an episode that you suggested. And hey, share with a friend. Share the show with a friend. There's nothing better than sharing the show with a friend. And
please rate and share and subscribe.
Yeah,
as Dan says it every time.
Do all the good things. Listen to the drop. Follow the directions. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Yes. One more spooky episode is left.
One more spooky season episode is left. Absolutely.
Yes.
The witches are coming. The witches are coming.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. Please subscribe to the Nostalgia Test podcast to know when new episodes drop. Don't forget to leave us 5 stars and a positive review so more people can find the podcast. Share your thoughts and memories on today's topic on our Twitter at Nostalgia Test and on Instagram at The Nostalgia Test. Tune in next time because you never know what pop culture will pop up on The Nostalgia Test.